Greetings. My name is Matt Chevanel. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Business for the Merrimack School District. I'm here in front of you today to kind of give you a brief overview of the 2019-2020 proposed budget. This budget has just been delivered to the school board. The school board over the next month or so will deliberate as to what they want to see in the end product, and then it will go to the school district budget committee. Then the next step is the deliberative session, and then the next step after that would be the final vote in April. What I want to talk to you today, and this is going to be like a first part of a several part installment on the budget, is the significant budget drivers, the fixed costs involved, and the essential maintenance items that we have in the budget. So with that, I have a brief PowerPoint that I'll narrate for you, and I'll try and walk you through as best as I can with the operating budget as it is constructed right now. Like I said, this is the 2019-2020 proposed operating budget. The first item we're going to go into is an overview of the budget. You can see here with this chart that the 2018-2019 approved budget, which is the year we're in right now, is $76,581,286. The proposed budget, as developed by administration, is $78,198,819. So the dollar variance is $1.6 million. That's an increase of 2.11%. This represents, like I said, $1.6 million. Now we're going to go into the fixed costs that are included in the budget. It includes health insurance for a $1.4 million increase. It includes dental insurance, a $108,000 increase. New Hampshire retirement, which is $95,000. Our transportation contract, which is around $80,000. So the total fixed costs that we're looking at in a budget with a $1.6 million increase comes to $1.7 million. These are all contractual obligations. We have to pay into the New Hampshire retirement system. We have to provide per labor contract health insurance and dental insurance, and we have to, by statute, provide transportation for children in the district. Then we have some essential maintenance items that we're looking at replacing. These are currently in the maintenance operating budget. We have a transformer at the high school. It was installed in 1977. It is owned by the district. We're looking at replacing that transformer. It's right on the, as you're facing the building, right-hand side of the building where the food service entry is. And it's been there since '77, and it's time to get it replaced. We're working with Eversource, who would be the one doing the work on this, to get that replaced, and the cost of that is $75,000. We also have a switchgear that's located in the Mastercola Upper Elementary School. That's 1992. That has basically reached its life expectancy. We have not had any issues with that yet, but it has been getting older, and it's of a manufacturer that is no longer making these type of switch gears. So to find replacement parts is kind of hard to do or next to impossible. We're also looking at, much like your house, much like my house recently, replacing a boiler. There are actually two boilers at Mastercola Elementary School. The cost of that is $350,000. We're also looking at replacing roof sections, around 21,000 square feet, at Mastercola Upper Elementary School and Mastercola Elementary School. That's $655,000. And then because of all the safety and security work that we have done with ourselves and with the state of New Hampshire, the recommendation there is to provide more security cameras. So we want to put 6 more security cameras inside the upper elementary school, 2 outside, 3 interior cameras at Mastercola Elementary School, and 1 exterior, and 1 interior classroom and 3 exterior cameras at Reed's Ferry Elementary School. The proposed 1920 operating budget also includes some cuts in the area of a reduction in force. This is 3 elementary school positions at each of the elementary schools, Reed's Ferry, Thornton's Ferry, and Mastercola Elementary School. We also have a reduction in bonded debt, furniture replacement, and these items are carefully selected to limit the impacts on the delivery of educational services. Here's kind of a collage of all the items we have that I'm going to talk about for the essential maintenance items. You can see all over here, there's cameras, there's switch gears, there's boilers, there's roofs, there's the transformer on the right-hand side. So let me just kind of take a minute to go through these one by one. You can see here is the Merrimack High School transformer that is located outside the building. It was first installed in 1977. It has been there ever since. It is becoming somewhat problematic. Last Friday, we did have a power outage in the high school that was caused by some of this equipment, and we are going to contract with Eversource. We're going to partner with them to come over and replace this unit and provide a brand new system that will feed into the high school to take care of any unexpected power outage that we may get in the area. This is the switch gear. Now everybody's probably wondering, what a switch gear is. It's like a big circuit breaker, but it controls all the power and regulates all the power coming into the building. This was installed in 1992. It's a Federal Pacific brand. The issue with Federal Pacific is they're non-UL rated. The company's out of business. This piece of equipment has not yet given us problems like the high school one has, but it would be prudent to plan at this point to replace this piece of equipment so we don't have an issue with an extended period of power out at the upper elementary school. The next item are boilers. These 2 are in Mastercola Elementary School. They also heat the Smith Gym. If one of these boilers goes down, there would not be enough heat to take care of the Mastercola Elementary School. So it's critical that these 2 boilers run at all times. These were installed in 1991, and it's time to take a look at them, and if the voters approve, we can replace these boilers at the elementary school. One of the items I talked about is roofs. We've been on a roofing program for probably 10 years. We have over 11 acres of roofs, flat roof surfaces in different sections all over the district. The sections you see highlighted in blue are around 21,000 square feet, and we have an estimated price of $655,000 to replace these roofs. The warranty on these roofs ended in 1996 and 2001. They could be problematic. The new roof structures that we are putting together and putting on these sections have a 40-year warranty. So we won't be looking at replacing these anytime soon. So these warranties were 15 years, perhaps 10 years. And now we're looking at roofing structures because the industry has changed so much over the years that they would be of a 40-year warranty. So once they go down, you won't have to worry about any issues as far as dampness of the roofs or anything like that in these two areas for quite some time. The next item we have is the cameras that I spoke about. Here's one picture of an exterior camera on the building. These cameras are very precise. They're all IP cameras. Years ago we started off with all analog cameras. Those have been replaced over the years. I believe the camera warrant article was put in by the school board probably 10 to 12 years ago. We've been switching over from analog to IP cameras. These are very good resolution. They show in the dark. You can see what's going on. And it really has decreased the amount of exterior vandalism we have had over the years. And it really has helped out with discipline issues inside the building because administrators make use of the interior cameras probably on a daily basis to find out what's going on. You know, if you have an incident in your school, you can immediately look at the videotape, or it's really on a DVR, and kind of ascertain what happened when. It saves administrators a lot of time, and it's really for the safety of the kids. And the police department will look at these from time to time to see if anything happened that is not proper, and they get involved if they need to. This is the default budget, and everybody always asks me about the default budget. Right now, we're looking at a proposed budget that is $78,198,819. Our default budget is actually less than the proposed budget by $411,251. Now, how you calculate the default budget is you take the last budget that's been passed, you look at any items that are special warrant articles. By that I mean an appropriation to a capital reserve fund, any articles that are of a one-time nature that you want to look at, any items in the operating budget of a one-time nature that you remove in order to get to the default budget. Let me give you an example. In the 2018-2019 budget was $128,000 for a water filtration system for all the schools. That was for the PFOA issue we had at all the schools. That was in the operating budget in 18-19. So when I create the 19-20 default budget, that's a one-time item that's not likely to reoccur in following budgets. So I extracted that when I built the 19-20 default budget. So hence, if the budget fails, if it goes through as been presented to the board, we would have to find $411,251,000 in the operating budget to equal the default budget. Basically, that's what we're looking at as far as our first installment of a budget overview. We will have more of these as time goes on and things get changed and altered by the board, and we'll keep you apprised of the situation and the progress as it goes through the next few months and up until the deliberative session. So you're aware of what's going on, you're aware of the process, and you're aware of how the decisions were made and where we go from here. So with that, I'd just like to thank you for sitting through this brief presentation. If you have any questions, call up the superintendent's office at 424-6200, and we would be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you very much.